Welcome to this explainer. Right now, a totally bizarre reality is taking over the education landscape. It's called the edutainment era. Today, we're going to look at what's actively destroying focus and attention in the modern classroom and exactly what it actually takes to get it back. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let's dive into this with a question that honestly might sound like a joke, but it's absolutely serious. Why are today's teachers doing jumping jacks mid-lesson? Seriously, just picture that for a second. You're sitting in math or history, right? And suddenly your teacher just starts doing rigorous calisthenics. Sounds crazy, but this isn't some new physical education initiative. It's an act of pure desperation. Teachers are literally using sudden physical movements just to keep kids present in the room. They are fighting a daily, exhausting battle to compete with highly tuned engagement algorithms that have completely rewired how young brains expect to receive information.
Section 1. The new classroom reality. The new battleground.
You know, the classroom used to be a place of quiet focus, but today it's teachers versus the algorithms. Think about what a teacher used to compete against. Maybe a student daydreaming out the window, passing a note, or doodling in the margins. That's passive distraction. Today? Oh, educators are up against something entirely different. They're competing against highly engineered social media algorithms designed by literally some of the smartest tech minds in the world. These algorithms are specifically built to hijack and hold human attention. A standard lesson plan simply doesn't stand a chance against an infinite scroll designed to trigger engagement every few seconds.
Moving to Section 2, unpacking the attention crisis, unpacking the data.
To really understand this, we need to look at the hard science. A recent study from the renowned Karolinska Institute set out to measure the decline in children's concentration. And this is absolutely crucial. This isn't just, anecdotal evidence from a frustrated teacher in the break room. This is a measurable, scientific decline in concentration. The ability for children to just sit still, focus on a single task, and absorb information over a prolonged period is actively dropping, and it's something we can track.
Section 3. Social media versus screen time. Isolating the culprit.
Now, what's really interesting about this data is the stark contrast it reveals. You might naturally assume that all screen time is to blame, right? But the findings get way more specific. The Karolinska Institute study found that while social media causes a measurable decline in children's concentration, TV and gaming do not. I mean, that is massive. It isolates social media as the unique, specific culprit behind the attention crisis. It separates the passive or narrative-driven engagement of, say, watching TV or playing a game from the rapid-fire, context-free scrolling of social media. That scrolling is what's actively fracturing concentration.
Let's move to Section 4 and see how this builds. The edutainment era begins, a new paradigm.
Look, when student attention is completely fractured by social media, educators don't have the luxury of just giving up. On the front lines, teachers describe the stark reality of needing to deliver teaching in shorter bursts and in more entertaining ways. Think back to those jumping jacks we talked about at the beginning. Teachers are essentially having to chop up their comprehensive curriculums into bite-sized, high-energy segments. If a lesson goes on for too long without a massive shift in stimulus, they just lose the room entirely. The algorithm has trained the students, and now the teachers have to mimic that rapid pacing just to keep kids present and learning.
So the crucial point is this new classroom standard. We call it edutainment. Education must now merge with high-stimulation entertainment to capture algorithmic-level attention. It's no longer enough to just be knowledgeable or to be a clear communicator. No way. A teacher today has to be part scholar, part entertainer, and part algorithmic content creator. Teaching can scarcely exist right now without a built-in entertainment factor designed to literally rival the engagement of a viral social media feed.
Which leaves us staring down a profound unknown. If education must compete with algorithms today, what will learning look like tomorrow? Really think about what this means for the future of deep work, for reading complex literature, or for solving long-term, multi-step scientific problems. If our baseline requirement for learning is constant, algorithmic-level entertainment, what happens to the vital knowledge that simply isn't entertaining? It's a real game changer, and it's something we all need to deeply consider. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep asking questions and keep seeking focus.